In the unleashed mania of 2021, one man rallied an army of individual investors to take down Wall Street giants and make history. His name was Roaring Kitty. Back in January of that year, an unprecedented event took the stock market by storm, and it all centered around a struggling video game retailer named GameStop. The company's stock, which had been trading at under $20 a share, suddenly rocketed to over $400 a share in a matter of days. This sudden and extraordinary rise was due to a short squeeze, a market phenomenon where the price of a heavily shorted stock spikes up when short sellers scramble to cover their positions. It was a David versus Goliath moment, with individual retail investors banding together to take on large hedge funds that had been betting on GameStop's decline. The man at the center of this storm was Keith Gill, better known by his online moniker, Roaring Kitty. A former financial educator with a knack for recognizing value in overlooked stocks, Gill's enthusiastic advocacy for GameStop on Reddit and YouTube inspired legions of retail investors to buy up the stock, driving its price sky high. His colorful commentary and unshakable faith in the beleaguered company galvanized a new generation of traders who saw in him a champion for the little guy. But then, as the dust settled and GameStop's stock price came back down to earth, Roaring Kitty went quiet. For months, his social media accounts lay dormant, with no new posts or updates. Many wondered if the man who had sparked the GameStop frenzy had hung up his trading hat for good. Then, out of the blue, Roaring Kitty returned. His sudden reappearance this week, marked by a series of cryptic posts, has sent waves of excitement through the trading community. The market is abuzz with speculation. Is this the calm before another storm? Will Roaring Kitty lead another charge against Wall Street? Roaring Kitty's surprise return this week has left the market buzzing with anticipation. Only time will tell if this is the start of another wild ride. The meme king is back, and he's getting serious. With these cryptic words, Roaring Kitty, also known as Keith Gill, emerged from his social media hiatus, sparking a flurry of speculation and excitement among retail traders. His first post since his extended silence was a video game meme hinting that he was ready to dive back into the fray. The post was enigmatic, but it was enough to set the internet ablaze with chatter and speculation. Was Roaring Kitty gearing up for another meme stock push? The anticipation was palpable. Following his initial post, a series of cryptic video clips from movies and TV shows kept followers on the edge of their seats, attempting to decipher his messages. The digital breadcrumbs he left behind were shrouded in mystery, but they were enough to fuel a fire of speculation among his followers. The flurry of posts didn't end there. Each enigmatic update seemed to amplify the buzz, causing a whirlwind of activity among retail traders. The speculation was feverish. Was this the return of the meme king? Was he rallying his troops for another assault on Wall Street? The impact of his return was immediate and explosive. The stock markets responded with a fervor reminiscent of the original GameStop frenzy. Stocks like GameStop and AMC, favorites among retail traders, began to surge in response to the speculation. Roaring Kitty's influence was undeniable. His return seemed to single-handedly spark a rally that felt all too familiar. In the world of stocks, speculation can often lead to real-world consequences. In this case, the speculation surrounding Roaring Kitty's return seems to have ignited a rally, sending GameStop and AMC stocks into a skyrocketing trajectory. As the dust begins to settle, one thing remains clear. Roaring Kitty's influence is as potent as ever. His return to social media has rekindled the meme stock mania, causing ripples across the trading world. Whether this is a nostalgic blaze or the start of a new retail revolution remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure. His return single-handedly sparked a rally that feels all too familiar. GameStop and AMC are back in the spotlight with remarkable gains. Over the last few days, the stock market has witnessed a spectacle that's left Wall Street veterans in disbelief. GameStop, the video game retailer that was once written off as a dying business, has seen its stock price skyrocket by 75% on Monday and an additional 100% the following Tuesday. Not to be outdone, AMC Entertainment, the movie theater giant that was brought to its knees by the pandemic, also staged an impressive comeback, with its stock surging by 78% on Monday and a whopping 120% the subsequent day. To put these outrageous stock pops into context, GameStop's market cap gained a staggering $4 billion in a single day, while AMC surged from multi-year lows. This rally wasn't without its consequences. The volatility caused trading halts, and short sellers were left reeling from losses that exceeded $1 billion on Monday alone, due to the squeezes. These are the same short sellers who, not too long ago, were betting on the demise of these very companies. But what's causing this shocking rally? Well, it seems the return of Roaring Kitty has triggered a new wave of enthusiasm among retail investors, who are once again taking on Wall Street's elite. The social media frenzy and speculation that Roaring Kitty is gearing up for another meme stock push has set the stage for this incredible rally. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The question on everyone's mind is this just a temporary blip, or is it the start of a new frenzy? If the latter, we may just be at the start of a retail trading revolution that could change the dynamics of the stock market. But for now, all we can do is watch, wait, and wonder. The market is bracing itself as we might just be at the start of a new frenzy. Retail traders have rallied behind their heroes, ready for another battle. Their enthusiasm, their zeal, their unshakable belief in the cause has been nothing short of remarkable. Social media has been ablaze with posts from these impassioned investors, their rallying cries echoing across platforms like Reddit, Twitter, and Discord. There's a sense of camaraderie, a shared purpose, a collective drive among these retail traders, each one more fervent than the last. They've adopted the Diamond Hands mantra, a testament to their unwavering resolve to hold on to their GameStop and AMC shares come hell or high water. These memes, these shared symbols and in-jokes, they're more than just internet culture. They're the banners these retail traders rally behind, the anthems they sing as they charge into the fray. And what's fascinating is the stark contrast between these retail traders and their Wall Street counterparts. The latter, those seasoned professionals with their years of experience and their sophisticated algorithms, they're left scratching their heads. They look at the fundamentals, they crunch the numbers, and they just don't get it. To them, this is madness, a departure from the norms they've adhered to for so long. But to these retail traders, it's a rebellion, a revolt against the financial elite. It's David versus Goliath, the underdogs against the establishment. And at the forefront of this uprising are figures like Roaring Kitty and billionaire Ryan Cohen, seen as champions of the cause, leaders in the fight against the Wall Street giants. Whether it's Roaring Kitty's cryptic posts or Ryan Cohen's bold moves at GameStop, every action is dissected, analyzed, and celebrated. Every word, every tweet, every meme becomes a rallying cry, a call to arms. And yet, despite the volatility, despite the risks, the fervor of these retail traders shows no sign of cooling down. They're in it for the long haul, ready to weather the storm, armed with their diamond hands and their unshakable belief that they can take on Wall Street and win. Could this be the start of a prolonged meme rally renaissance? As we delve into the factors that could potentially sustain this rally, one cannot ignore the high short interest. When Wall Street bets against a stock, it can act as a kindling for retail traders, igniting a fire of rebellion. The cheaper share prices from recent lows could further embolden retail buying as the potential for a high return on investment becomes too appealing to pass up. On the other hand, the power of social media cannot be underestimated. It's a platform that has shown its ability to rally the masses, creating a hype that feeds the fear of missing out, or FOMO, if you will. This potent combination could very well fuel a prolonged rally, as traders rush to get in on the action, driven by the thrill of the chase. However, while the bull case paints a pretty picture, we must also consider the bear case. Despite the rally, Roaring Kitty hasn't explicitly promoted the stocks, and it's important to remember that his influence, while substantial, isn't absolute. Additionally, we're not in the same situation as we were during the pandemic lockdown, when boredom and stimulus checks led many to try their hand at trading. Moreover, one has to wonder whether any lessons were truly learned from the past. The risks associated with trading, particularly in such a volatile market, are substantial. Have the key players considered the potential fallout should things not go as planned, or has the allure of quick riches blinded them to the potential pitfalls? As the market swings back and forth, only time will tell if this rally has staying power. Will this be a flash in the pan, or are we witnessing the birth of a new era in retail trading? One thing's for sure, the market has never been more exciting, and we're all strapped in for this wild ride. The return of meme mania seemed improbable just a week ago. Who would have thought that the return of one man, Roaring Kitty, would ignite such a frenzy? It's as though the whole world had been holding its breath, waiting for the spark to reignite the meme stock mania, and oh, what a spark it was. This week has been a whirlwind. We've witnessed GameStop's stock shoot up by over 100%, and the return of the diamond hands memes. Even Wall Street, with all its experience and knowledge, seemed taken aback by the sheer audacity of it all. The market's reaction to Roaring Kitty's return was like watching a dormant volcano suddenly spring to life. But the question that lingers in the air, the one we're all asking is, how long will this last? Is this flash of excitement just a brief flare-up, a nostalgic nod to the chaos of 2021? Or are we on the brink of a summertime rerun, a prolonged meme rally renaissance? It's hard to tell at this point. The market is unpredictable, and meme stocks even more so. The high short interest, the hype on social media, the fear of missing out, all these factors could potentially fuel a sustained rally. But let's not forget the bear case. The lack of explicit promotion from Roaring Kitty, the fading pandemic lockdown mania, these could potentially dampen the spirits. So what do you think? Will this be a passing phase, or are we in for a roller coaster ride? Drop your predictions in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And remember, no one knows for sure what's going to happen. That's what makes the market so exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. As the craziness potentially continues to unfold, remember to subscribe for updates. Stay tuned, stay informed, and most importantly, stay savvy. Until next time, keep those eyes on the market.